Okay, so now here what happens? Okay, the both short-term and both long-term bias are like this, right? And of course, if you do, if you do make this kind of trend channel from here to here and from here to here, just to see here what happens, the overbought has failed. Am I right? The overbought has failed. And then it went further up. And now the overbought has succeeded, tested it, went down. And then what happens? Here was a JAC. The JAC was observed last time. That JAC was observed where? This is the line of JAC. Exactly. Because both short term and long term are bullish, so we will not take this. Okay. If you want to take the trade, you can take it. Okay. But make sure that you exit right over here at JAC. Understand? The first reference line. Got it?
Explain again.
Okay, for example, this is JAC line, right? JAC, so we draw a JAC line, right? So this becomes overbought here. Price comes back, test it, and if you want to take a short trade, you can take a short trade, but you have to exit over here because we are against both short-term bias and both long-term bias. Got it?
Okay.
So if you want to take, I'm not saying you cannot take a trade, you can take, but however, if this becomes overbought, comes down, we draw this line, okay? First high, all right, the price comes down here, and then price goes back up again, okay? All right, and then price forms another one high, this second high, right? And then you will have this effortless no result, you can see. So if you're a trade, you can, yes, you can take this trade right over here. Stop loss creating over here. Take profit right over here, JAC. But because now we have both assets, so this is our first trade. Second trade if you want, but I will not take this trade. I will wait for the price to come back and test this region. Okay, the price comes back and tests this region. Okay, this is first test here. All right, and of course, would you take this trade here? If I take this trade here, what would happen that I would lose this trade? Okay, my SL will be hit. Okay, my SL will be hit. Now what happens? I will come back and this time the price comes back here again and it forms a spring of this one as well. And we have a second key reversal here. This time our trade was successful. Okay, we make around 1.5 hour, 8 hour from here. So 2 hour, 3 hour from here, 2 hour from here, 1.58 hour from here. Got it? And now,
Yeah.
as we move forward, we extend this overnight high line. This is overnight high line. And what are we experiencing near overnight high line? Can you tell me what this situation is?
Build up.
Build up. You know what will happen, right?
Then
So
when do we switch back to 15 minutes?
when do we switch back to 15 minutes? 15 minutes is just like, okay, you can just see what's
I don't
going on
know
here.
when. Not sure when to switch back. 15, then
No,
went to 3.
once you have identified the bias, your 15 minutes work is done. All right. The 15 minutes, then you have to see the 15 minutes, for example, you mark the last major high on the 15 minute. The last, okay, if this is a high, the last major high which I can see is over here, right? Right over here. Apart from here, the last one. So I just mark this reference line on the 15-minute time frame just for sake. After that, I will not look for the 15-minute chart. I will not look on the 15-minute chart. Got it? I will just trade off the 3-minute chart. Got it? So build up, the price goes up. Okay. Yeah. And the price just breaches the last low. And the same thing is here. Now we do the London session of same thing. Okay. London session. Oh, sorry. London session is like New York session. Now, where is the London open? Can you tell me your time?
8 p.m. 20.
Sorry, 8 p.m.
New York open, is it?
Oh no, first I want to mark the London close. London close. Sorry, London open. The London open was from which point?
15.
This
3
one,
p.m.
right? Okay, and then I want to mark the New York Open. '20, right? 8 p.m. Right?
Yep.
Okay. So this is London Open or New York Open. This is London Open, this is New York Open. So overnight, so highest point. Can you tell me the highest point here after London Open? This one, right? You mark this as London High. Okay. All right. Now at London High, what do you see before London High? Like like after we are right over here at this point. What structure is it? Can you say the price becomes overbought?
Yeah.
Right. The price becomes overbought. OB. Okay. Between. So you want to see what is happening between London Open and this one. So what is happening between London Open? The price is going up. It becomes overbought. Okay. After overbought, what do we see here? Sorry. Buying climax. What do we see here? JAC inverse one straight line. Sorry, FTI. Falling through eyes. So can you tell me the bias now? At this point here. All right. And just before it, before the London Open here. Okay, what was the last low here? The last major low. Now you go back to and shift to the 5-minute time frame and refine the structure. Okay, now we are here. Okay, we have seen that we have a falling through ice right over here. FTI. Yes, that's true. So right now the bias over here, somewhere around here is what to say? Okay. Reaccumulation, oh sorry, redistribution, and the price goes down. Now, if I start to draw the structure like this with second high, what do I notice here?
JAC.
The price is doing what? Kind of
SOT.
SOT, and then after this, London Open, oh sorry, New York Open, and the price breaks through it. Right? We go to the 3-minute time frame. Got it? FTI. After FTI, what did we see? Redistribution. Am I right? Okay, after redistribution, what do we see? The price makes a range. Okay, the price makes SOT line, and the price breaks through it. Jump across the creek. Now at New York Open, the JAC has been observed. Obviously, once the JAC has been observed, what you gonna see now? Just make it much more clear. Wait, hold on. We refine the structure now. Okay. First touch, second touch, third touch, and the price makes a JOC. And after JAC, what will happen? I told you. Reaccumulation. The problem is here is that, okay, our bias is bullish right over here, right? But we will only see the bullish when we reach near this FTI area, which is right over here, falling through ice. Got it? So price makes what here? Right now, the immediate background is what?
Bullish.
Bullish. Okay, the immediate background is bullish. The bias is bullish. This is reaccumulation. After JAC, this is reaccumulation. Okay, and this is spring, test of spring, And obviously, a test of spring, you're going to take a high. You want 3-minute time frame, and you're going to target up to this side, maybe distribution high. But it will go to the distribution high, but I will not go all the way to the distribution high. Just this one is enough. Got it? Now, at 6 p.m., what do we notice here? Now we are reaching the distribution high here. Okay. And this is the point. Now, this is second. Okay. The second reopening, which is this is pre-market. This is pre-market of New York Open. This is the real New York Open. So at this point, you know, like at 6 p.m., right? 9 p.m. your time, there's second opening of London, right? New York session, right? So this is what? What kind of structure is this? If this
Build
is
up.
JAC, it's a build up. Okay, and we also see JAC over here. Okay, so obviously this is reaccumulation process, built up, and now we anticipate the price to go up. Got it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the point is how would you enter? So maybe we want to wait, okay, because the New York session just opened right over here. This point, build up, okay, and here. So this will become the spring here, test a spring, and then go up. Okay, I will wait for the price to go up at this point. Understand? So yes, the New York session is a little bit hard and technical, and it will obviously, after some practice, you will come to know about it. Okay. See in the price. So this will become into a potential spring and test and then go up. Right?
How to check if the spring is valid?
We want this price to close above this line. Above here. And then come back and test it and then go up. Got it? So far, we don't have any entry opportunity. Now we don't have any entry opportunity. Okay. But if you don't have an entry opportunity, we can also see Euro USD, what the Euro USD is doing. Yes, we do have an entry opportunity on Euro USD. See? Effortless no result here. This is an entry opportunity towards here. So when there is no entry opportunity on GBP USD, you can also enter on Euro USD. Got it? Because Euro USD and GBP USD moves in the same way. This is what I do. We call it as they both are correlated because both Euro USD and both GBP USD, they move in the same direction. Sometimes the setup is not formed on GBP USD. So what I do, I draw this structure on both, what to say, Euro USD and GBP USD. You understand?
Okay.
Okay, now we have this effortless no result. This is a simple trade I can take right over here. That's it. Finish. Then we have XAU USD. This is bullish, bearish. This has become bullish here. So what do you think? What is going on in XAU USD? If I draw from here to here. Oversold, right? Oversold. AR testing here, it will go up. So GU will become spring, test and go up. Euro is already going up. Okay. Any confusion?
No.
So for you, which one is easier, London session or New York session?
I think London.
London session is easier. So what time? 3 p.m. your time. Would you be able to make for London session?
At most I can trade is 1 hour.
No, I mean you're off to. I mean you have a work, right? So you go for office and
Yeah.
then how do you
Yeah.
manage
During
it?
that time, yeah. During
During
that
that,
time I can do it 1 hour.
okay. You mean you have a lunch hour?
Yeah, during that time.
Sorry.
Yeah, 3 p.m. I can have lunch around that time. Then after
Okay.
I'll do it that time.
Okay. That's good. That's good. So means you can basically do it, right? Otherwise, you can also practice this New York session, okay? And obviously, at first point, we will do more on New York session, okay? From now on. So London session is clear. New York session, you'll do it more, and then it will be more clear. Okay. Now your work is what kind of okay? You analyze the past market data for the last 10 days. Okay, let's suppose today is 4. Let's suppose we start from Saturday, right? Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Monday, Tuesday, London session, and then 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. From 8th of August to sorry, what I'm doing here. From 1st of August, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And last 8 days, right? That should 29, 28. Okay. From 25 of July until 8th of August. Okay. You can do this. Got it?
Okay.
Okay. You can do this session here. So that's like 10 days. You can make the, like the last 10 days, you can go for the London setups. Okay. The last 10 days. Make a file like, 15 hours time. Oh, sorry, 15 minutes, 5 minutes, and 3 minutes, showing me all entries and everything. Then we'll do some back testing after that from next week. And then from that point onwards, this whole month will be spent on the back testing, London session and New York session. From tomorrow, we are taking the day off. Okay. So I will create the recorded video for New York session, explaining you a bit about it. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Okay. And then after that, on Saturday and Sunday, we will practice New York session. Now you see what is happening in Euro USD, GBP USD. And we wanted to make it a spring, but it failed. But now what happened? Second spring. Now this makes effort versus no result right over here. This is the point when the price have a potential to go up. So I'm gonna place just stop loss right over here, and my entry point would be here. That's it. Okay. Euro USD also failed here. Because the point is we did not get any kind of, shortening of overbought, or like, we do not have any kind of signal over here. We do have a spring point, but thing is, it failed here. Now we want the spring to close above and then test it and then go up. Okay. Both of them. So unless until we form the spring here, we cannot take this trade. Here, what happened? Can you tell me? The spring actually failed. The spring did not close above this point. Do you understand?
Okay.
Yeah. But now if you are smart enough, right? If you just identify this channel because it's the last low here, this is this one here. And if you say that if I try to draw this channel like this, and this one here, you could say one touch, second touch, third touch. Then this is kind of, you can say there's a SOT here. A very short-term trade could have been taken on New York Open. Got it? A very short-term trade, 2 hour. Because now we are waiting for the spring here, but we did not get any kind of spring. Got it? So possibly what happened when the spring fails here and the price is going down, and we have drawn the channel here as well. Now I'm looking for the price to come back and retest this region, JAC region, which is this one, this JAC region. Do you understand? But in the meanwhile, if you have drawn this channel, you are right after New York Open, you could have taken this trade. Just like this, no demand. Okay. A very short-term trade against the bias course. And we are in the redistribution area. Don't forget that. We are where? Which area are we? Redistribution, right? You might say it's a built up, but built up is in which area? Redistribution. So you should have taken this trade. This spring has failed here. Do you understand?
Yeah. Okay.
So why this built up has failed? The reason is this. I failed to look this. Okay. I almost, like forgot that this was redistribution area. So I should be looking for short, not for long. That's why I was waiting for the spring to form, but this spring would never form because this is redistribution area. Because FTI is redistribution. So when the price comes back and retests this region here, okay, it seems like a built up, but again, the area is redistribution, not accumulation. Okay, so the price would go down. But ultimately the price would come back and test this region. Okay, and then maybe after JAC, we can say the price goes up here and then forms an upthrust, and after that, the price fell down again. Well, we will see the situation later on. But for now, this is the context. Do you understand?
Okay.
Okay. So let's finish it now.
Yeah. Right.
Okay, so what you're gonna do, you have to practice. We're gonna practice more about this, okay? All right, so what I see here is that if you see this hand, this is obviously shortening of the thrust on 3-minute time frame, right? Price goes up here, and then this is also shortening of thrust on 3-minute time frame. So price is, but again, because this is JAC, this is falling through ice, and this is redistribution area. So obviously, what we're gonna look for, right? We're only gonna look for short. Once the price reaches this area high, we look for short. Do you understand?
Okay.
Okay, that's it. So yeah, so in this situation, what I did, I was waiting for spring, right? But spring never formed. But the thing is, had I not waited for spring, I would be in trouble, right? If I would have taken the random entry and now I'm against the bias, what will happen? I will lose my trade. Okay. The problem is that we do not have, okay, London session is much more easier than New York session because we don't have a London close at that time. We don't know at what time the London will close. Okay, we know at what time London will close. The London usually closes at this time. Your time should be 11, yeah. At this time, the London closes. Okay, so right now, both London sessions. So you see, if you have taken this, if you have identified this redistribution area accurately, you would have been taking this trade. See, this after this entry, there's a huge around 4.55 hour. So let's finish the session now. Okay. And my assumption is that the price would go back and touch this region, and then we will see what the price do next. But at the same time, we will see if the price is making another channel or not. Okay, like this. If the price makes another channel and reaches this maybe overbought, the price maybe comes here, touches this region, becomes oversold, and the price again, go back to this region. Okay, and again, still because this is our redistribution area, so we will not hold our trade beyond this. Maybe the price tests this region again. Okay, and after it becomes upthrust and price falls down again. Okay.
Okay. Can.
Yeah. All right. Okay, then finish the session now. Bye bye.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.